Hello and welcome to this tarot reading for the days of January the 18th through the 24th, 2026. We've had a lot of sort of cleansing energy so far this month. We've had the ability to sort of see what we need to move forward on and try to make plans to move forward on it. And I feel like we're reaching a point in the month where things are just starting to get a little bit hairy. Sunday, the 18th, is the new moon. So please make sure that you are taking a moment to, and I believe it's in Capricorn, so please take a moment to set intent, be very clear about like practical things that you want to get done this moon cycle, ways that you want to feel. Do you want to feel protected, safe? Things that Capricorn earth energy hold. Really try to ground into those things. Let's start with the themes for the week. So the themes for the week, we have the Emperor. This is maybe not my favorite card for a theme. The Emperor is harsh. He's hard. He's cold. He can withstand a lot of discomfort. So that tells me that we need to put on our Emperor pants and get ready for some discomfort for this week. The Page of Pentacles is the other theme. So the page is someone who represents like being a little bit ungrounded, maybe moving forward on things, being stubborn on things that really, he just hasn't lived long enough yet to know that doesn't matter so much. So what we're hearing for the themes this week is that things are going to be uncomfortable. And there's going to be mistakes made, okay? And so the ability to just be able to take the thing and use this as an opportunity, to revamp or to do something different, like this is now a starting point that we can learn from. That is the overarching message that I feel like we need to receive about the theme for the week. We need to get ready to be tough. Make sure you're sleeping, please. Please make sure you're sleeping. That is the one thing that I'm really trying to hone in on for myself and the people that I know this year is please rest. We are needed, and we're needed to show up in a way that is full and safe and where we feel secure, and sleep is the basis of that. So we're going to need to show up being ready to withstand whatever we're going to withstand, and also know that this could be a time that is rife with error, and that all that's going to do, it doesn't mean anything to make an error. What it does mean, though, is that this is an opportunity to start here and to do something different. So I think that is giving us information on how to hold our perspective. So Sunday, the new moon, that is going to be a day that we do not feel so great. We might feel out of juice. We might feel like we don't have the energy, the time, the ability. Maybe we have to pay a bunch of bills that we weren't prepared for or didn't remember that we had to pay at that time, whatever. But we're going to feel a little bit like we're not so resourced. And that's okay. It just means you're going to have to double back and, make sure of things, take care of things. Monday, the 19th, we get the 8 of Cups. The message here is that we need to be watching. We need to be looking around us, paying attention to our surroundings, and really using our experience and our intelligence to discern what is going on around us. What's happening in our immediate area, what's happening in our town, our community, our region, what's happening in our family, in our home, within us. All of those layers, all of those microcosms, I think need to be looked at. And just try to be okay with whatever comes up, like whatever you're noticing that's happening. Okay, what is it? What does it mean? Does this mean that I need to do something different? Or does this mean I need to stay the same? Does this mean I need to take action in this area over here? Does this mean I need to talk to somebody? You're looking for, what do I need to do here? But all you need to do is to reflect, to look at and sit with. Okay? That's Monday. Tuesday, January 20th, a day of abundance, a day we need to stay grounded, a day that it might feel easier to stay grounded. A day when we can look around and say, boy, do I feel so grateful for all of the abundance in my life. I have an abundance of plants. I have an abundance of projects that I am working on that I love. That also could mean that I maybe have my hands in too many pots, but we're going to look from the abundance point of view, and the abundance point of view is I'm so grateful to have so many interests. So pay attention to what's in your area. Try to get your heart in coherence with gratitude for whatever it is that you are in abundance of. You might have an abundance of ideas. I'm always grateful that I have an abundance of creative ideas. I don't even consider being able to put any of them, well, not any, but all of them into fruition. I have so many. All right, so Wednesday, the 21st of January, strength card. Whenever we get the strength card, it means that we're going to need to use our strength. We are going to need to be in resilience. We are going to need to remember all of these lessons that we've learned, all the things that it took, all the time it took to tame this bear and to feel comfortable with the bear. On many card decks, it's a lion. So this great beast is tame. And imagine like how many times you would have been afraid while you were trying to tame this bear. It's loving. So Wednesday, we're going to need to bring our A game. We're going to need to be strong. This harkens back to the feeling of this emperor here, okay? The strength card and the emperor card have similarities in that regard. Like you're just going to need to put on your emperor pants, All right. Thursday. So my suspicion is that Thursday, we are going to feel like we need to take some time by ourselves. We are going to need to take some time in quiet, maybe away from work or family, maybe reading a book in the bath, maybe going on a walk alone. But I think, he's got his back to the strength card. He's walking away from her. He's essentially saying, this was hard. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hard. Thursday, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to take a little bit of a break all by ourselves. Go to a garden for 30 minutes. Whatever you need to do. I don't care how cold it is. You need to go and be alone somewhere. Okay? Take a little time. Friday. Because of the time, maybe. There's more harmony. There's more of a feeling of, okay, all right. Hey, we're reaching the end of the week here. We've almost gotten to Saturday and things are in movement. Things are feeling good. They're feeling harmonious. Try to show up in harmony. Try to show up balanced. Two of Pentacles, it's a good day I like to try to bring in all the elements to my day. And this is a good day to be mindful of that and try to do that. Saturday, January the 24th, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is like a new idea, a new way of thinking, the ability to have an ego death, to confront yourself. Why do I believe that? How come? Where is that from? Is that reasonable? That process of confronting your ego and saying, I don't want to live that way, though. You've been protecting me my whole life and you're trying to tell me right now that it's safe to do blah, 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 blah. That in order to be safe, I need to do blah, 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 blah. But I don't want to live that way. And so I'm going to confront you, ego, and I'm going to figure out, what do I need? What's going on here? Where'd you come from? Why are you telling me to do this? I don't want to do that anymore. You confront that ego and you create an ego death. Ultimately, you are stronger than your ego. You've just got to prove it. The Ace of Swords to me often is like, you did it. You did it. You confronted your ego. You changed the way that your perspective about that thing, whatever the thing was, and now you can move forward differently. Well done. It feels like a new, fresh beginning. So Saturday, after a kind of a tough week, Saturday feels repentant. I don't even really believe in repentance, but it feels that like, okay, we did it. We did the hard thing. I was able to take accountability for the way I did it, and I'm moving forward on this new path, this new way. All right, what's our big support for the week? Oh, lovely. The Three of Cups. Three of Cups is community and family. So, the strength that we can lean on this week are the people around us that love us and that we love back, that are supportive to us and helpful. The thing that we don't see coming, the moon. All right, so the moon can indicate sort of getting stuck in a feeling that is uncomfortable, needing to really spend some time looking at the discomfort. Why is this uncomfortable? Why do I keep doing this? What's this about? Why do I keep doing this? Confronting. So I feel like this that comes from probably this hard week, or the week of, it doesn't necessarily have to be hard. It might feel strict. It might feel boxed in. It doesn't have to be hard. When I say hard, I that's what I mean. It's like it's not soft like this. It's hard. And this moon, I feel like that we're not going to see coming, that we're going to need some extra support with, could be probably the emotions that are coming from being jostled around and it being really hard. Good luck. Make sure you set that intent on Sunday. Make sure that you spend a little bit of time in reflection throughout the early part of the week. And as the week moves on, take some time for yourself to create harmony, and don't be afraid to confront yourself about thoughts, feelings, beliefs, behaviors that are not serving you. Okay? Take it easy. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me.